What's up, y'all? Got a bike check for you today on this Crust Romancer. It's the Cantilever edition, and had it for probably about 4 or 5 months now, and I really love it. In Los Angeles, it's a great kind of an all-road bike to have. It is a low trail bike, so the steering has a little bit of twitchiness to it. But sometimes I run a front bag on it, so it's kind of neutralizes it a little bit. So we'll start off with the wheels. These are custom built wheels that I made and pieced together. They're Velo Orange Voyager rims, 32 holes, and we have a Sun 28 dynamo hub, and I used Sapim laser spokes here. Their length is about 274 millimeters long, and it's the same on both sides. The rear is a White Industries hub, and the hub spacing on this is 130 millimeters. This is the M15 hub by White Industries. Same rear rim from Velo Orange, and yeah, I have a 11 to 36 tooth cog cassette, and it's from Zito, which I think I got this on AliExpress. Got the M950 Shimano XTR, a rear derailleur. Works really well. Got this on eBay. The tires I'm running are Ultra Dynamico tires, both front and rear. These are the 48 millimeter variety, and they are pretty good for how I'm using this bike. So yeah, got a nice smooth tread here. The brakes I'm running are some vintage Mayfac cantilever brakes, and they work okay. I have Paul components, and they just have a little bit more adjustability. These don't have like kind of the adjustability to adjust your pad, so you kind of have to do it a little bit manually, which is what I've done. And just using Cool Stop salmon brake pads. I got a light here, Coma light. And the front brake pads as well. The front brakes the same, matches. I'm running an Sun E Deluxe 2 headlight connected to the dynamo hub here, so I have it routed internally. Comes up. I still am trying to figure out kind of the routing situation here. What else? So going back to the drivetrain, is using a 9-speed chain. This is a vintage French crank called Nervar. It's, from what I can see, it's not a high-end one by any means, but I got it for a good deal because it came with these chain rings, and these are the Sun XCD chain rings. It's a 44 tooth large chain ring with a 28 on the small. So this 28 with a 36 in the back gives me some pretty good range. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with kind of how it all came out and how it's working. I'm using yes, down tube friction shifting, and yeah, it takes a little bit to get used to be honest, but they work, and you end up getting used to it after a few rides, and it becomes pretty second nature. After, you know, a month of riding, it's really easy. I have a Nitto Technomic stem here. This is I believe a 90 millimeter length stem, with the blue lug bell there attached to the stem. I have this is Crust towel racks. This is the front, or the first variety of them that first came out. I think these are about 60 millimeters wide, edge to edge. They are wide, but they weren't the widest ones that they had. And then I'm also running a Brooks saddle with a Nitto C-Post S65, and then just running a custom saddle bag that I took an old Stussy sunglass case and just kind of made it into a volley strap. And yeah, got the Zephyr pump, which is a French-made pump that's pretty popular on for frame pumps. It works well. It's nothing super fancy. It's pretty cheap. What else here? This is a Super B Suntour Super B front derailleur. I got on eBay, and yeah, it works pretty well with this setup here. No complaints. I have some, these are wolf tooth titanium bottle cages. I've been liking these more than the king cage ones, mainly because they have this what they call Morse code, so it has the ability to adjust this up and down, and you'll notice that every position there's kind of a locked position, so it doesn't have the ability to slide. Sometimes when you have all of just this, it will, if you don't tighten it enough, it can kind of go up and down. But yeah, I really like this. They're a little spendy, but yeah, they're pretty light, and if you're gonna go titanium, I do like these ones a lot because of that feature. Yeah, and these are the Suntour Super B shifters as well. These are Diacomp brake levers, and just using the bars to wrap some ghetto old New Bombs tape in gray. So yeah, these brakes are not the most comfortable brakes to use when you're going downhill on like a real rocky descent, but they do work. It's just you need to have gloves, and it's just the ergonomics of it is not the best. They're a little short ramped, not a whole lot to hold on to. So yeah, but yeah, that's my Crust Romanceur, and my Brooks saddle. I've had this for a while. It was on an old stump jumper that I had, that I no longer have anymore, but yeah, it's pretty comfortable. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. But yeah, I really like this bike. The main kind of feeling of this bike that I get when I ride it is it has a slight, especially when standing up, you can kind of feel the bike plane a little bit. So the bottom bracket, you can feel it swaying. So that's a little bit different than like a really stiff bike, which you can really feel this Reynolds, the 853 tubing. It's really thin, standard diameter tubing. And it's just feels really nice when you ride it. There's a certain buzz to it that I feel like I do get over some other steel gravel bikes that I have. So yeah, I really like it, and something that I'll probably keep for a while. Anyhow, if you have any questions or any concerns. Oh, I forgot. The headset here is a vintage Campagnolo headset, which I've kind of scoured and found online. Really in great condition. It looks great. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Bye.